I'm just going to manage a little bit of setup here before we get started today. So just bear with me here. Thanks, Killian. Happy to hear that you enjoy my orchestral tracks. Right, so I think we are set up here. Right. So that was some more orchestral tracks from an album from 2015 called Amaterasu in Drama. And this particular track is called The Black Belt. But today we are going to look at Bitwig 4.999. 4.3. Hi there, Fabian. Hi there, Jimmy R, Roger, Brian. Welcome to the stream. Jimmy has a question here. Are you planning on setting up a composition course? I would be all on board for that. Yes, I'm definitely planning to add more courses. The Bitwig Masterclass is just a first class in a line of courses. So it's definitely on my to-do. But there's been plenty of work doing this new studio, which I invite you to today. It took 11 months, and there's still plenty of work to do. But at least we have the studio set up here. I have the kids' rooms finished. But I still have a whole bathroom to finish and some framings to do. Right, so let's jump into Bitwig 4.3. How's the audio? Is the audio and the image okay today? I've been fiddling a little bit with this 4K setup since I'm using this really large LG C1 TV. Hi there, play game today. Yeah, it's definitely the LG C1. It's a pretty amazing monitor, a display. Brian, this is a 48-inch display. Really good display for all eyes. It was just intention to be a test in the beginning, but now after a few weeks of working with this large display, I can definitely recommend it if you have enough size from your chair to the monitor. Right, so let's see if this switching is working. Okay. Killian, I have a few different favorite DAWs. I really like Bitwig Studio, but I also like FL Studio and Logic. I think they all excel at in different areas. FL Studio is a nightmare for arrangement and organization, but it's really great for sound design and doing quick sketches. And it also has this video editing, kind of like video editing software built in, which is a really nice addition too. This is the 48-inch display that I'm using here. So let's add a video capture device. And do like this. So it's been quite some time since I've been doing live streams. I can't really recall since the previous one. And there's always a little bit of setups before you get comfortable with all the windows and stuff. Now we're going to add a filter, the image mask. I think it's this one. Yeah. Right. Maybe we can also flip this screen. Like so. The GUI scaling. Yeah, I can probably do some scaling in here. So it's already set to 200. Maybe we can increase this to something like this. Is this scaling setup okay for everyone? Right, so I have this little project preloaded here. It's actually one of my first OP1 adventures. And I was doing this little like lo-fi beat. And now we're going to test some of these new effects that's included with the Bitwig 4.3. And I think that the major new things in this release is definitely the convolution reverb. So there's finally a really nice convolution reverb integrated directly within Bitwig Studio. And there's also this new delay plus device with some really nice delay ping pongs and pre-set up for ducking, and it also has this kind of soft or blur kind of effect. Great, so let's play a little part here and see if we can play with that convolution reverb. So I have this set up as these effects are on top here on this group bus, and within the group we have a bunch of different tracks exported from the Teenage Engineering OP1. So that's some chords, and then we have a synth bell, which is currently muted for this section. So let's go back a little earlier here. And the lo-fi beat. So let's go up here and play a little bit with the convolution reverb and put that on this group bus. So all the instruments within this bus will be affected by the convolution reverb. Play game today, what's the meaning? Convolution. evolution, revolution. It's I think it's from Convolver. It's kind of the technicalities behind the reverb process. So you take you sample gunshots or claps from different spaces, and you record that as a footprint from that specific place. And if we look into the browser within this convolution reverb, we can see that there's a whole bunch of different places that's captured. So we have some garage, gated reverbs, German plates. You gotta have those. Grain redux. So there's probably going to be a lot of effect impulse responses. The reverb algorithms, or not algorithms, but rather like samples. So let's listen to some of these. Let's begin with this Beersheba Town Hall 1.5 second reverb. And now I actually did a little bit of changes here to the start, the mid here, and the ending. So there's you can have different gain stages here for the sampled reverb. And with all these different devices in Bitwig Studio, you can always go to the show help here if you want to see what these different knobs and parameters how they work and what they mean. So we can see that this is the start level, the mid level, and the ending level. So we can add gain to maybe only the end section if we feel that the impulse response is a little bit weak in the ending, and we want it more profound in the ending. So this is like the clean setup. So there are some really nice parameters available here directly from the device interface. And this was the little sun here, it's the brightness knob. And I think it sounds really great when we start to filter this down, so we have a little bit darker reverb. Yeah, that's a really mighty setting here, the tuning here. It's probably going to work great if you want to make these really big, powerful toms. So let's add a little bit of mid gain and ending gain for this reverb and hear how it sounds. You can hear that the sound cuts off as soon as I hold one of these and drag them around, but the sound will come back when we release this parameter. That's probably that it has to do some recalculation. So there's some really useful controls here to really hone in and make this a unique kind of sounding reverb. And I think this convolution reverb will work for many different sound design situations, since we have so many like fine-grained controls. So let's load up another of these convolution reverbs. The atonal stasis, 8.6 seconds. That's some really amazing bell generation impulse response right there. So you can probably make some nice cinematic sounds with this convolution reverb. So that was the atonal stasis. You can probably make use of this as backdrops for your tracks. So have one track with this mix all the way up. And then maybe add another instrument track, which is not affected by this group. Maybe just put it on top of this stack of instruments. Where did that go? Inside the group, of course. Let's drag it out again. I want it on the top of this. Like so. Brian, yeah, definitely using a larger display. Let's just load up Contact and some. Oh, I haven't added all these libraries to this M1 Max just yet, but maybe we can have a little bit of piano in the background here. Let's get rid of that one. Just add a generic controller. So let's hear what that convolution reverb, what kind of atonal stasis. Okay, so let's make use of this new delay, the new Delay Plus device in Bitwig 4.3, because I guess you want to see some of these new devices tested a little bit. So let's add the new Delay Plus and look at the settings. So that's just your basic kind of delay, and we can set it to trioles. And we have these ping pong settings. which always makes the delay sound richer and nicer in my opinion. Let's add more feedback and try this soft parameter. So it really softens up the taps that you hear, like it blurs them a little bit. Let's add more feedback. It's a really, really nice delay. Let's open up we have a low pass and a high pass filter here. So you can basically make this more narrow kind of, the delay taps much more narrow sounding. LA Winter, great idea to add a pitch shifter there. I will try that in just a little while. Bomb Toy. Hi, I'm going to be able to watch this stream later. Unfortunately, I don't have time to right now, but I want to drop in and say hello. Yeah, hi there. Yeah, I'm probably going to leave this, depending on how everything goes here. I'm going to leave it on my channel, or if not, I'm going to upload it to my secondary Livestream YouTube channel. But hopefully I can keep it on my regular channel. And add that pitch shifter. Yeah, this freeze function is really nice, but you have to be careful so it's not building up too much. Oh, that's some really low bass there. So we can basically set if this is going to be start with the right or the left. Just personal preferences. So that's really nice to be able to have this set to trials or just to straight notes. Maybe add this an octave above. Yeah, that's definitely a nice shimmer reverb. Just bump up this and maybe reduce a little bit of that softness. Yeah, yeah. So really nice delay, especially with that pitch shifter on the feedback. Really great advice there. Andrew Kiaora, hi there. Stefano, welcome. Sound Effects 68. Yeah, Ashtung, Ashtung for that feedback. If you drag it above this 100%, now it's going to Ashtung land. Let's try some of these other soft modes, the blur modes. So let's try the space along with more modulation and spread. We're actually going to do a little trick here, because I think this little Arturia keyboard, it's pretty hard to hit, pretty easy to hit a little bit too hard. So what I like to do is add a velocity curve and drag down the highest velocity here. So I actually can't reach this higher. No matter how hard I hit the keyboard here, I can't reach that really high, because we want to play soft here. Yeah, I really love that delay and delay plus and pitch shifter combination. Right, so let's play that background again and see if I can play some melody on top. There's a little bit of a balancing problem here. I think that the piano needs to be pretty louder. So let's add the dynamics. It's a really great tip here to use the search function in the Bitwig browser if you want to quickly find some of these devices. Well, as soon as you learn what the names are, of course. And now I'm looking for the dynamics, which is a compressor. So we're going to bump up the volume here quite a lot. Yeah, so you can really quickly do some nice compositions with these simple effects. Just playing with the delay and playing with the delay times, and it's like a question answer kind of vibe happening. Yeah, Sound Effect 68, it's definitely great if you have tons of impulse responses lying around in your studio. Darcy, yeah, I also wish for an MSEG modulator in the devices, and hopefully they will answer to the community and add such a device, because yeah, we're so used to working with the MSEGs from like Omnisphere, Zebra, and all these other great synths, so why not just have that in Bitwig too? Yeah, I can like go on for ages and play with this effect setup. It sounds really nice, really lovely. So let's continue and see if we can find some more nice convolution reverbs. So that was the tonal stasis. Let's go in here and find some other. The big wash longer. Yeah, that's a wash. Maybe use it as a transition effect instead of like white noise. The Church of Saint Julian. This should be wonderful. Maybe we can copy this and add it to the piano up there. So after the delay here, but before the dynamics plugin. And just mute the delay before, so we can only hear the convolution reverb. So you can make like a gated reverb, a gated convolution reverb if you want to set the ending here a bit earlier. But I want to hear the whole, full. There's some nice rattle that you can hear in this reverb if we add the brightness. So that's a really nice sound and convolution. The Church of Saint Julian, The Conspiracy. It's like a kind of a tremolo guitar happening. Yeah, so that was The Conspiracy. It's a kind of nice, can probably be a very nice texture if you want to build up an interesting, like layered sound. Yeah, maybe we can hook up the guitar and hear how some of these convolution sounds on the guitar. Yeah, Lay Winter, it's definitely a great idea to make use of the native devices in Bitwig Studio. I'm also going to try some of my own IRs on this later on. So you can actually also open up the browser for the actual impulse responses. Earlier I was loading up presets from the preset browser. So you can also load these individual IRs. So we have some real rooms. It's actually quite large library here, the Taj Mahal. Let's hear how that one sounds. And in the combination with a delay. Maybe just a tad of that delay so we can hear more of the piano. So make use of the ducking here, because the ducking function will actually make the delay sound less when we have audio coming in. So as soon as I play something, the delay will get out of the way. And as soon as I let go, we will hear much more of the delay. So let's activate the convolution again. That's a really nice sound. I'm actually going to save this little chain, I think. It's a really, really nice sound. So let's see, are there some questions here? You do love Artoria, Darcy. You have the key step freshly returned from RMA. One of the loudest keybeds. Yeah, definitely. Right, so let's maybe plug in the guitar and see how that sounds on this same delay chain. Some distortion things, level control, soft clip. Ah, okay, so you have a hard clip and compressor model also on. And set the threshold here. So maybe I need to have a stronger signal going into the delay here to be able to hear this. Or maybe get rid of the space here because it's probably softening up and blurring the delay, so it's not as audible. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. So that's the Taj Mahal. Let's try some more of these longer reverbs. The Jazz Hall. Let's get rid of the delay here because we want to hear more of the reverb. Which game, anyone? Yeah, I mean, this new delay and the convolution reverb is definitely going to be in my to-go-to toolbox for reverb and delays. aside from using this microcosm, of course, because it has some really nice granular kind of effects. Right, so let's dive more into the convolutions here. Go into the plates. There's some really nice sounds in here. Synthetics. And the ghostly reverse. This is probably going to work nice with a delay, because it gives a kind of delay experience when we have all these different taps. Ah, that's some really nice loops. So another little tip here is that if you want to drag and resize a bunch of tracks in Bitwig, you can hold down the Alt key here while you drag, and all the tracks in your arrangement will resize or rescale accordingly. So that's a great little thing to know. Let's drag in a loop in here and see how this sounds. So we have some little background to work with. Let's make it adaptive. Right, jamming away. So let's look more closely at the delay again here. Nice little music box kind of sound. Darcy, are you able to adjust the graph, SME? Definitely. You can adjust this and the sample will update accordingly to the gain that you changed this to. So if we take some more normal kind of reverbs, the large hall here. Yeah, that's often also what I intend to do when I just want to jam out and find musical ideas, like we did there in the introduction when playing back this little lo-fi loop. And since now I think that this large hall is a little bit too bright and harsh, then we can always drag down the brightness here to soften up this impulse response, this reverb. Let's go into the presets again and see if there's some more cool stuff in here. The digital grail. So I really like these left and right pings here, rather than just using the stereo here. But they're good for different purposes. But for this sound, I think that this the ping pong delay is much nicer. Hi there, bro. Hi there, Elriv. Welcome to the stream. Dash Glitch, welcome. Good to see you here. Okay, so bro, you mean this one? Let's try some more modes here. The wide mode, more modulation and spread. In this stream today, we're looking at Bitwig 4.3 and this new plugins that comes with natively with this new version, and that's the Delay Plus and the new Convolution reverb. And there's obviously some more news too, but this one is are the major ones in my opinion. Bitwig. It's a little bit over the top when you have all these effects. We can probably do reduce this much more like this, and then we can play it. Yeah, that's definitely Castlevania, but with over-the-top effects. There's definitely a lot happening when you change this blending or the blur modes here in the delay. Yeah, so that's a little deep dive into the different new effects here, the delay plus and the convolution. And as I mentioned, there's obviously a lot more to this update, but I definitely think that these two are will be the major big ones for most people using or maybe going to use Bitwig Studio as their DAW. So let's see here if we can jump to another view. So, do we have any more questions for today before we wrap this little live stream up? The comments on the tracks. Is this this little comment box here? This is a synth bell. Right, so if you like this live stream and consider grabbing Bitwig Studio, you can use my affiliate link in the video description to this video. I have this link in most of my Bitwig related videos. And then if you grab Bitwig Studio, either upgrade your license or grab a new license of Bitwig Studio, I will earn a small percentage of that purchase. And that way you support my channel, and I can make more live streams and videos like this. And also if you already have a Bitwig Studio and want to learn more about this DAW, definitely consider grabbing my Bitwig Studio Masterclass. And included with the Masterclass you also get some nice sound packs for Bitwig Studio. All the information is in the video description. So, thanks everybody for joining in today, and I hope you had a nice time with me fooling around playing with this new reverb and delays in Bitwig Studio 4.3. Yeah, definitely consider pressing that thumbs up button for this live stream, and write some nice feedback in the comments, and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you get the notice when I release new videos on my channel. I'm just going to let this little OP1 loop run through here and play a little doodling on top here, and then we will end the stream. So thanks for joining in tonight, and see you in the next live stream or video. Bye!